Hello all, this is just a little exam review for your first exam on Monday. So I'm going to go over some parts of these, obviously not all this. I covered a lot of this in class through assignments, homeworks, PowerPoints, you name it. And then I'm going to kind of show you a couple questions from the actual exam, so this won't take very long. First thing, obviously, the 6 I's of study microorganisms. Obviously know what they are and know a potential order of using them. They're not necessarily all in order. But if there was a scenario where I was looking to identify some organism from a source, how could I use the 6 I's to do that? Different types of media and purposes, selective and differential. We talked a bunch about that. Down the line, obviously, microscopes. You're definitely going to check out the ed puzzles on that. You've had microscopes a bit before. So be able to do all that. That's fairly straightforward from the PowerPoint and the book and the ed puzzle videos. So again, staining is important, but you can see here that gram staining is red. Anything in red is going to be worth more points, and you may have an open-ended part that you have to do as well. So we did cover gram staining in video. We'll be doing that in a week or two as well, which will definitely help. So down the line, again, we've talked about a lot of this stuff. We covered these in class the other day. So again, just generally with protist algae, fungi, helminths, have a general idea about their characteristics. You don't need to go crazy with kind of how they reproduce and all that stuff. Just generally characteristics of them, what they are and what separates them from other eukaryotes would be good. Eukaryotic cell organelles, you guys obviously had a lab activity worksheet on that. It's been everywhere as well. And then, of course, the last 3 are here. This is a great one, by the way, comparing the 3 of those. So this is just the exam review. Let me go to the exam now so you can see some examples of this. So, of course, I'm not going to give you the answers to these. You can do that yourself. But I like this question. I got to fix that little, ooh, that's weird. Because when I copied it, it went weird. Because it really kind of tests your idea, your conceptual notion of what this is. So if you inoculate, and I will tell you the answer to this one, if you inoculate a plate with 1 organism, Staph aureus, and then after incubated, 2 organisms grow, what's the most likely explanation? The only explanation is the culture was contaminated. You only put 1 on there on purpose, but 2 grew. So I could also ask this question the other way around and say, hey, you put these 2 organisms on the plate, but then only 1 of them grew. Like, what's that? And obviously that means that the media would be selective. So that's just one kind of example of a bunch of different ways I could ask a question like that. Another one related to the microscope. Again, I'm assuming that you've learned and covered this part, but total magnification of a microscope, where 10x is the ocular lens, that's the part you look through. With a 45x objective lens, the one you spin around, basically the answer is you multiply the objective by the ocular and you get 450, so the answer is D. Here's another question. We covered this kind of thing yesterday, but this is kind of the level of asking. I'm not going to tell you the answer, but this one's very definition, and a lot of the parts of the cells are definition-like, so that's just giving an example of that. And finally, because it's your first exam, to kind of give you an idea about the types of open-ended questions, I'm just giving you this one. I normally won't do that, and I won't do it the rest of the year. But this is an open-ended question that you're going to need to know the answer to on the end of the test. It's worth a fair amount of points, so you're going to want to look at it and have a good idea kind of how to answer it. So it's going to take you a little bit of a time to answer. All right, hope that helped. Good luck, and see you Tuesday.